So, it's Restday. I'm ranting. This is too much trouble. Alright. So, what is it that I'm ranting about? Well, it's something that I came across. Lalo na nung umpisa. Early during my training. So, keep in mind, this depends really. What your goal is for training. Most people, they start training because they want to get better. They want to feel better. Because, side note, kung healthy kayo, or feel nyo healthy kayo, train. Once a day, you're not gonna die, just sweat it out a little bit. Just a little bit. Right? So, most people I've met train because they want to. So, usually they think they have to lose weight. Lose weight to scale. You want to see the scale drop. Which, yeah, sure, that's a way to measure it. Could be. But, I mean, for a lot of people, you look better and you're actually gaining weight. A lot of people don't realize that. A lot of people realize that if you fix the way you eat, you actually get to eat more and lose weight. Funny, no? So yeah, so this is gonna be stupid shit I believed when I was trying to lose weight, trying to gain muscle, trying to stay healthy. So for background purposes, I was an athlete in high school. Karate, soccer, all that shit. So yeah, athletic. Then some shit happened after high school. I ended up gaining a lot of weight first year of college. Bulked up. I became like 220 pounds. And no, maybe 240. I had like 44 waistline. So 220 na yun. Walang muscle yun. So I guess this is a good place to start the first topic. Your weight doesn't matter as much as your composition. Like, the pounds of feather versus the pound of iron type of situation is the same thing. Like, a pound of fat is huge, but a pound of muscle is not, it's compact. It's more dense, right? So, try not to focus on weight too much. If you have an ideal weight, something you're targeting, sure, but make sure that makes sense. Losing weight doesn't mean being healthy. Losing weight doesn't mean looking good. And this is my first example. So, I became like, oh, like bro, ano nangyari sa'yo? My friends used to say na parang dun sa mga taga-Letran ng Tramuros, yung pupunta kami ng Mr. Kebab para kumain. So parang special chamber daw yung daliri ko kasi sobrang taba. Ang kulit, promise. I was a chunky boy. Right? I was super big. 44 waistline, right? I'm 5'5", I'm 5'5", maybe 5'6". So yeah. In my head, I just had to lose weight. And I had no idea how to do that shit. I didn't really bother asking people like an intelligent person. I didn't bother asking. I didn't bother doing research. Like, I didn't do that bullshit. What I did, I latched onto the first thing that I thought was making me fat. Rice. So what I did, I essentially stopped eating rice. For like 3 years. No rice at all. And I got this weird idea in my head that pancit canton was better than rice. So I would eat pancit canton like once in a day. And then I followed, and that doesn't make sense at all, calorically speaking. I followed some weird shit. And then, like, I was so adamant that I couldn't eat before sleeping. So like, I had to, like, if I ate, I couldn't sleep for 6 hours. Shit like that. Because, I mean, it's not healthy to sleep right after you eat, like right after. In terms of your body composition, it's a huge thing. I followed some weird shit. And then eventually, out of just, I guess, sheer stubbornness and semi-bulimia bouts of that shit, I reached 130 pounds. Which was, weirdly enough, the correct weight for my height if you follow the BMI. Which brings me to my next point. The BMI great broad spectrum way of checking for general population health, but it was never meant for a single person. Why? My height, 5'5", I'm supposed to be 130, maybe even 120 pounds when you consider normal weight. But if you put on muscle, you're heavy. If you put on fat, you're heavy, obviously. So, I mean, there's a lot of things to consider, and BMI is not the perfect way to measure health. I'm not saying BMI doesn't measure health. Yung sinasabi natin, huwag natin gawin yun. Right? BMI is a great, especially if you're measuring populations. BMI is great, but there's a lot more nuance when you're speaking of individuals. Don't get me wrong, having an extremely high BMI is not healthy, but it's not in the way you think, right? So, yeah, I got to 130. I looked like I was smoking crack, which I never really was, but I looked like I was. I was always out of energy. I was always tired. I was always restricting myself from being able to eat things that look good. And it was horrible. It was horrible. Then I found the internet because I'm a lazy employee. So when I was doing all of this bullshit, I was working as a content creator, right? Living my life while doing all that shit. I started hitting the gym. Obviously, because I started hitting the gym, I needed to eat better. The local coach, shout out to Asani, taught me, there's better choices than consequences. So I started doing my research. I started doing my macros and shit. So that's when I started to gain control of my diet. I'd be able to say, hey, so this is my target right here. I'll be able to track my calories. And if I'm still not losing weight, I can reduce this, reduce that. At least I'm not shooting that. Is the macronutrient way, the efficient macros, is that the best way to eat? I mean, for me it is, because I like variability. But for other people, maybe not. They like a little bit more rigidity or whatever. Whatever. As long as you're able to track your diet, control it, great. Which brings me to my next point. Like keto or like whatever, vegetarian. I'm always of the mindset that it should be balanced. Have your proteins, have your carbs, have your fats, whatever. No emotional political stance here, it's a fact. I eat meat not because I hate animals, but because I love meat. I love the taste of beef, chicken, fish, vegetables sometimes. Yeah. People who will go no meat or no animal products. I think it's possible, and there are a lot of athletes that do that. I think it might still be more challenging. So for me, it's more expensive for me to do that over here. And I just like meat. So, but I think it's possible. Just for me. So yeah, I started doing my research, counting my macros. Where the hell did I get my macros? Where the hell did I get? So I started computing my own body fat percentage, my height, my weight, my general statistics, measurements, shoulders, waist, in order to track myself and computed my macronutrients based on my BMR, based on my weight, my TDEE, or my total energy expenditure. Yeah, so basically the base of metabolic rate is like the minimum amount your body requires in order to function. And your TDEE is that BMR multiplied by how much of the activity you have per day. And then you just reduce that by a certain percentage. If you want to lose weight, drop it by 20, 25%, 30%, feel the first week. And then if you want to gain weight, add 10%, and then check yourself every now and then. Gain weight. If not, add 10 more. That type of stuff. Don't lob yourself into it, which is another mistake. I got super lean for my 2016 competition. 2016, I think he measured me at body fat with barely any water in me, dry as a bone, best condition I've ever done. My posing was shit. Like, my posing was awful. I didn't have a coach, it was me. So, I didn't have a posing coach, it was me. So my posing was ass. But I was super, like, conditioned best ever. You know what I did? When I come with, for guys who don't want to compete, you should, at least once. Because I found in the competition a group of peers, and I was able to stack myself up against them. Because when I was just looking at myself, I'm like, shit, I'm the shit. I look great. But when I stack myself up against other people, I noticed, okay, so I have bigger arms than this dude. I have a better back than this dude. But they have, my chest seems to be underdeveloped, which is actually what I found about myself. When I competed in 2016, I found my chest to be super underdeveloped, which has always been a problem for me. I've never really had that gigantic chest type of situation. Not really. Okay? Don't get me wrong, I'm pretty strong. I think the best bench I ever did was 315 for one. But I regularly bench 245 to 75. Yeah. So first mistake I made after I got extremely lean was I dove headfirst, dick deep into a book, like a dirty book, like they call it Uncle John's now, when it was called Mini Stop. They used to sell these Cloud9 chocolate shakes. I would buy the biggest bag, the biggest version of that, put 3 scoops of whey protein in there, blend it up with more chocolate and like a bag of M&Ms, and that would be my drink after my workout. My drink pre-workout would be like a scoop of Mr. High and like a milkshake with a banana in it or some shit. It was dirty. I jumped up to 4,500 calories per day. I was eating enough for 3 people. Now, I got up to like 210, but I was like 25% body fat, 25, maybe even 27. I was bad. I was chunky as hell. Like, so the problem now became I began to love eating too much. Now losing the weight becomes challenging. So that's the challenging part. That's okay. And then the last thing that I wanted to rant about was cardio versus weightlifting. Which one do you really need if you're looking to lose weight? In reality, if you have time, you should do both. Just for overall health. Like, don't go extreme on one or either direction, because I did and it really messed me up. I did just weights, barely did any cardio while I was walking. And although I did get really, really strong, which helps me now, like being physically strong, not to brag, but being physically stronger than most people of your general size and shape tends to help out a lot with confidence, and as well as because me and my son do jiu-jitsu now. We do jiu-jitsu at a local gym, and being strong helps you get out of stuff that you don't really wouldn't be able to get out of. It helps you be more confident. So the problem is I didn't stretch. So now my mobility is ass. My mobility is ass. But so yeah, stretching is very important. Weight training is very important, and cardio. Now, if you only had like, a limited amount of training time per day, limited amount of training time per week, and you only had to choose one, I'd say go with weight training with a fair amount of stretching in between, and just lose the weight or lose the fat based on your diet. Why? Because it's easier to lose muscle mass when you're just doing cardio. You're not really gaining or maintaining muscle mass. So the goal is not just to lose weight at the end of the day. The goal is to lose fat and be in a better shape. You want to be able to keep the amount of muscle you gain, because if you don't, you're just going to look like this dude. See what I mean? So yeah. Anyway, rant over. See you next Restday.